Hello everyone, Jason Olea back here again, and today we're going to be reacting to Zack Snyder's Justice League. I have had mixed opinions on his trailer. Sometimes their trailer could be good, sometimes they could be pretty bad, and sometimes they could be in the middle. But here, I'm interested to see what they say, so let's check it out.
This episode is sponsored by Google Play with the help of Crash Bandicoot on the Run.
Square.
From the director of the Justice League trailer comes the film that rose from the ashes to
Pretty much.
that burnt orange tire fire, transforming it from a movie that was 2 hours long and terrible to a movie that's 4 hours long and mediocre. Proving once and for all, if you want to look great by comparison, just stand next to Joss Whedon. The Snyder Cut.
I mean, sure, that's true, but there's actually a lot of really good stuff about this. I didn't think it was mediocre.
A film that wouldn't exist without a powerful league uniting behind it, joining the internet's most devoted fans of targeted harassment. Creatively bankrupt WB execs, a parent company who would happily piss on the ashes of the last movie theater to sell more broadband, the writer who shouted out Rise of Skywalker, and a director who was already self-indulgent before he formatted a film for IMAX, knowing it would be released on a streaming service. I think he just liked how the bars added more darkness to every scene, right? That's free darkness right there, baby. Black suit up for an entirely different take on the theatrical release, except for its plot, setting, main characters, and themes, where, if you recall, a gray CGI monster covered in spikes wants to destroy the world, who's out to impress his gray CGI monster boss, but this time, follow in excruciating detail as this gray CGI monster reports his progress to his gray CGI monster boss's gray CGI monster executive assistant.
Decide, I call to thee. I have found one of the three, the one that woke and pulled. Let me make a plea to him that I may come home after I take the combined power of the two mother boxes.
In 4 hours, I could only count 3 times this has happened. So, having them make it seem like they're just drawn out sequences, kind of. Not really, because it's used to develop Steppenwolf's character more. That was basically the point of that.
Quickly prove that there's no point to a Justice League once you brought back Superman. Honestly, they have nothing to do besides stand in a neat little line together.
Actually, Cyborg had to separate the mother boxes. Flash needs to get enough power and run as fast, faster than the speed of light. I mean, the Justice League, it can't do good without Superman. Even Batman was a lot stronger here and more reliable.
Everyone's getting more character depth, like Aquaman, who doesn't want to live under the sea, but doesn't want to be where the people are either, because the surface world is full of horny Bjorks. The Flash, who's ditched the awkward jokes, Dostoevsky, for awkwardly touching his wiener next to Iris West. Batman, who has so little to offer the team, they give
okay, that was good.
A airplane to work on as a treat.
Best minds of Wayne Aerospace couldn't make it fly.
Wonder Woman, a goddess haunted by her own relentless theme music.
I have seen this meme everywhere. Honestly, I loved this movie, but it was overplayed. I'll give you guys that.
And Cyborg, where the change from Joss Whedon to Zack Snyder is most apparent. Booyah.
Everybody can agree with that, whether you like the movie or not.
The emotional heart of the story.
I mean, Ray Fisher had been butchered here.
Depression, who's lost his body, lost his parents, and might be the only college football star to risk losing his place on the team for academic violations.
That doesn't mean he can hack into our system to change his friend's grades.
You know this dude plays for Gotham U and they just beat a Big Ten program like Wisconsin? Not only does he get a pass for hacking grades, there's a 90% chance Bruce Wayne just bought him an Escalade. Prepare your anus for Snyder's trademark brand of muscular visual filmmaking. Packed to the brim with hunks allergic to their own shirts.
Pretty much. a girl's wet dream. You're probably gonna see a bunch of wet cow. Yeah, I'm not gonna finish that just for the sake of YouTube.
Thanks to new additions like Amazon horse violence. Atlantean
That horse's neck is broken.
The gods of Olympus reminding Darkseid who's the daddy. Extreme Sesame Seed close-ups. And heroes who take time to inspire the next generation before their victims' brains have even finished dripping down the walls.
Be like you someday.
You can be anything you want to be.
She chooses to be like her, tries to immediately murder someone.
Loves his slow motion. I mean, come on. The Flash's super speed gets the same treatment as Lois Lane putting down a cup of coffee. Is her drink going back in time, or is she just extra sad about her husband?
It's Zack Snyder's style.
So gather round.
You know what? I can't complain about it. I like the slow motion here.
That it wasn't enough for Zack Snyder to do whatever he wanted for 2 box office disappointments. It's not enough that grim superhero storytelling is basically its own genre now. No, this film had to exist in its purest form. Or rather, this film always existed in its purest form. And the $70 million Warner spent on it was for, snacks or something. But now that it's finally here, Snyder's biggest fans can finally lay down their arms and be satisfied that their hero's journey got a proper ending.
Restore the Snyderverse, baby.
So wait as you pass by scenes that were clearly setting up multiple sequels, teasing fans
Exactly. Restore the Snyderverse. We need to see this continuation. Even if Zack Snyder doesn't come back to direct, at least have someone who's going to be able to follow up the story very well.
Something that will never, ever happen.
And stay true to Zack Snyder's vision.
The next one's make it happen. Bullying remains undefeated, y'all. Wait, it's still not over? That was a natural.
It really isn't bullying. In fact, Warner Brothers were mostly the assholes in this situation. We're just very passionate fans.
Where the f*** has Martian Manhunter been? And how often does he hit the town disguised as Diane Lane? And Jared Leto's Joker finally sharing a scene with Ben Affleck's Batman. I mean, they clearly didn't film together, but you can imagine what it would be like if they finally shared a scene.
What do you mean clearly? I don't think anybody noticed until it was told about.
Way too long, and I've been holding in P since part 4. Can you just roll every time they say Mother Box? I'll be right back.
Mother boxes.
Mother boxes, mother boxes.
P sound.
Mother box. Mother boxes.
There.
Mother boxes.
Mother boxes. Mother boxes. Mother box.
Mother boxes. Mother box.
Mother box.
Mother box. Mother box.
Mother box.
Mother box. Mother box.
Mother box. Mother box. Mother box. Mother boxes. Mother box. Mother box.
Mother box. Mother box. Mother boxes.
That's better. Alright, time for starring. Daddy wore bats.
I'm rich.
Wonder Woman, restorer of ancient art and antiquities. Never mind. It's not a phase, Mom. This is who I am now. Every heist team needs an IT guy. Debbie Drowner.
I want to be left alone. This is a bad idea. His father's dead because of us.
Quicksilver. Mr. T.
Put the water in first, so we don't scald the tea. That's probably enough tea. And then leave it to mash.
Big City Elegy. Put the spikes back on! Put the spikes back on!
What do you mean? He looks adorable. Poor
Steppenwolf.
Steppenwolf. Yeah.
I made of rocks, as you can see. I don't like that.
I wonder how the meeting between Zack Snyder and Miles Dyson went.
Mira's accent.
The firstborn of beloved.
He is not the living joke anymore. In fact, I think me and a lot of other people would agree that Jared Leto here was amazing. For the most part.
The scent is on you.
Oh! Justice League. Bigger, longer, and uncut.
Yep.
Working on an ID sketch.
Where did they find that sketch artist? The leprechaun guy?
Okay. I kind of did not like this on this trailer. Mostly because they decided to call out the Snyder Cut movement like bullies. You're just passionate fans that just want Zack Snyder's vision to fully be out there, because what Warner Brothers did to him in order to get the original cut made was absolutely horrific. Like, bringing in Josh Whedon to redo an entire movie and just ruin it while you're grieving over the death of a loved one, and you have fans back then hating on you. I mean, that is a lot of pressure to go through. So, once we found out what they did to his vision of the film, we just wanted to see it in its full glory. We wanted to support Zack Snyder. People did not really much bully. They actually just also saved up for charity, I believe, and for suicide prevention. I believe it was $500,000. I could be wrong. We were just very passionate. And I'm not mad about the little honest bits about the movie itself. I mean, some of it is pretty funny, some of it is a little half-baked. But whenever they go back to the Snyder Cut movement and have us portray as bullies, like, no, that is really not it. That wasn't really the point of all of this released film. It's just seeing a director's vision actually come to fruition. And the Zack Snyder feature films, I mean, how is that even bullying? We want to see more of this stuff. And that's basically just as much more supporting this franchise. We want to see it continue. We want to give you guys our wallets if you continue this. Nobody's bullying everyone. I mean, sure, every fan base has its toxic people. But I hate it when people like this try to paint everybody, except those few people, in a bad light. Like, they have to include the entire movement. And I hate it when this happens. That's the main thing I did not really like about this trailer, and what just gave me a sour taste of it. But yeah, this was really disappointing. I didn't like this. You could feel differently about it, but to me, this just did not really work for me. Not at all. I didn't really like this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you guys next time.